All right, folks. Trump wins the great game. That's the subject of the riff. After Davos, Donald Trump once again emerged as the world's undisputed leader, dominating the world's chessboard with America's economic boom, its oil dominance, its national security, its military strength. Just this week, Mr. Trump's wins secured a Greenland deal, established a board of peace, met with Zelensky, racked up economic gains, and I think secured a TikTok deal. But on that world chessboard theme, everything Mr. Trump is doing is reducing the power of Russia and China while enhancing American security. He is elbowing them out of the Western Hemisphere, not only with regime change in Venezuela, but it looks like Cuba might be the next domino to fall. And of course, these are client states of Russia and China. This is the Trump corollary to the Monroe Doctrine, ruling out any foreign interference in the Western Hemisphere. And that is going to now include Greenland, where Mr. Trump is successfully negotiating complete U.S. military access in various Greenlandic areas. Sovereignty will be split as part of the deal. Think about Britain's military bases in Cyprus, regarded as British territory, but Cyprus sovereignty, okay? It can all be done. This, by the way, will include the Patuxent space base. And then, folks, think oil. Drill, baby, drill. Plus, whatever may come out of Venezuela, or even possibly down the road from regime change in Iran. Oil prices are going down because supplies are going up. That whacks Russia and China. And there's no more cheap oil discounts for China. And by the way, there ain't going to be any oil or money for Cuba. Mr. Trump has mastered oil politics like no one else. And the decline in oil prices is permeating the American economy, bolstering the economic boom and slashing inflation. You have to love all the lefty media outlets and their Democratic pals talking about affordability as the economy is growing at 5% or even more. Gasoline prices coming down, hundreds of oil-related prices as well. Wages for working folks rising over 4%. Inflation about to drop well under 2%. And that by itself is probably worth something like $1,500 extra take-home pay for the middle class. And then you're going to add in another $1,500 or so for tax refunds on overtime and tips. We're in the middle of a massive productivity boom from AI and all kinds of technology advances. Mr. Trump hit the nail on the head in his Davos speech when he argued that economic growth does not cause inflation. All those Federal Reserve models have to be thrown out the window. Indeed, he argued economic growth would reduce inflation with more production coming from more factories, producing more goods. The American economy is humming. It's the envy of the world. And again, back to that world chessboard, the Trump economic boom is completely unmatched by Russia or China. And Mr. Trump, a far better diplomat than his critics can possibly understand, because he is completely outmaneuvering our Russia and China enemies. And he's doing it now in every part of the world. And that's why he occupies the commanding heights of this great game. Checkmate. All right, that's the riff. Checkmate.